Okay, so hello everyone from you who are watching us by the YouTube channel. We were talking on here before, some minutes before we started this recording session, but I'd like to introduce that today is Sunday. To be honest, it's October 2022. Sorry, it's October 22 and 2023, and we are here with some friends to practice speaking skills. And now, I'd like to start asking, hello, Madalena. I'd like to know a little bit about your last week. Tell us how have you been, and tell me a little bit about how do you feel when it comes to pay attention at your English skills. Go ahead.
Okay, so hello. And my recent days was really surprising and honestly not good. And I feel that today with my English, I don't feel something especially like little by motivation is less than compared to another day.
Yeah, I'm the same boat to that one. Honestly, I do not feel that my English today is as I thought it to be. I don't know, because yesterday we had an English speaking session as well, and yesterday my English was better than today. But do you know? It's like you just needed to start. After some minutes, I noticed that my English have been got better since we started this English meeting, and I hope at the end of this English meeting our English it will be awesome. So let's warm our mouth, let's warm our English skills and our brains. So, so how much we use it, how much better this will be at the end of this English session. So English takes time, as we know, and needs to practice. So that's why at the beginning of our English speaking session, our English seems to be worst, but I know that we had so many improvement since the last time. And I'd like to hear about you, Ta. Tell us a little bit about your last week. How have you been? How is our English today? Are you able to express your ideas in English today?
Yes, the last week was not very good. I have so many problems that was happening, but today is okay. It's good. And as I told you before, I'm running now, but it's feeling better. For my English, I try to work on vocabulary because I think that I cannot express my idea because I don't know the vocabulary. That's why I think that I should study vocabulary more and just practice. It's really good. Yes.
Okay, that's good. Practice and increase your vocabulary is some keys to succeed and to get better results when it comes to say in English in skills. And I'm so happy to see that you are trying. That is the key. Trying, and try. If you already tried at least 5 times learning English by yourself, and you didn't get the results that you should got, doesn't matter. Try 10 times, try 20 times. So the key to succeed is never give up. And I'm at the same mood on that one. I have been trying develop my own English skills as well. It's not easy. I know that. Is it so? Is it a thing that you just born with the ability to learn English? That is not true. People say that to speak English, you must to have the ability with you, and that's not true. That's a lie. Okay, that's a lie. English, I deeply believe that everyone is able to learn and to improve to learn and to speak English. Honestly, that's what I think. And I'm this. How can I say? I can use my own example. I can use my life as example. I never thought before. I never thought before that English will be part of my life, and that I will have a ability. I'll have the opportunity to speak with you, for instance. I never thought that before. and I'm speak with you. And of course, I made a lot of mistakes. I made mistakes, sometimes the same mistakes that I made in the last class, But the main point is, are you able to understand what I'm saying? Are you comfort when I'm talking, when I'm speaking? Do you feel comfort? Do you get information that I'm trying to expose you? So if you do, if you get this information, if you understand exactly what I'm saying, that is communication. That means that we got some English level. Of course, native speaker, to say that you are speaking like a native, that is, in my opinion, I don't know, maybe you have your own way of thinking about this topic, but in my opinion, it's almost impossible to speak English like a native. Forget this lie that people are telling you. You should speak English like a native. That is not true. You do not need it to speak English like a native. First of all, you are not a native speaker. You are not an English person. You do not, how can I say, you do not born, you doesn't born in an English country. So how can you speak English like a native? Do you know, it's almost impossible. I'm not saying here, sorry, that it to be impossible, but you should not try follow these steps that people are telling you, that people are selling to you. There are a lot of courses, there are a lot of online courses that people will try and sell that speak English like a native, for instance. That is not true. I do not believe anymore on this advertisement. So that is my opinion. And hello, Taver. Tell us a little bit about your last night, because last week you already told us yesterday. Yesterday you were here with us. So I'd like to know, how have you been and how was your day?
Okay, Alex, thank you for your question. And my last night was very quite difficult for me because I am little bit sick, and after our speaking session, then I gonna to sick, and it's like some pain in my head. That's why I cannot active in my table, and I cannot read, and I cannot practice other session like writing, reading, or listening. I could not, and then I went to sleeping, and after that I wake up late in the morning. It was so frustrated for me, and it was 10 a.m. I wake up early, late in the morning, and it is so messy for me. That's it.
Okay, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you will be better. I hope you got better today. I don't know, but thank you to be here. Thank you for keeping going with your studies. And that is the key. That is called perseverance. So you must persevere.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
right.
thank you. So guys,
Thank you.
let me update you. Let me try update you about what we talked yesterday, what we talked about, and what we will talk today, what we're gonna have for today's talk. So yesterday we got some topics about, of course, I began our English speaking session, explain a little bit about the main point of this English speaking club, which will be work on our grammar, work on structure, and improve our fluence. That is, in my opinion, the third one, which is fluence, is one of the most important part at the beginning. Of course, another, for instance, other one, grammar and structure, will be always together with fluency. So that's why I put all these topics here together. So that is our main goal here with this English YouTube channel. It will be not easy, but it's achievable. So that's why we are here. So work in your grammar, your structure, and your fluency. So there's a lot of tips to do it. First, grammar. Grammar can be a major component during evaluation. And what I'm talking about here, these two topics, we got by IELTS speaking test. And at IELTS speaking test, they tell us that grammar can be a major component during evaluation. So the questions will be mainly on the past and present, future, or comparatives, superlatives, opinions, and things like that. And the second one called about structure. Practicing for the test based on an actual structure will make it easier to score well in an IELTS test. So structure, how can I organize the words before I say, before I tell, before I write it? And fluence, people will judge you about our fluence, so about your fluence. So at IELTS speaking test, honestly, the fluency is one of the most important things at IELTS speaking test. So they will evaluate you about your fluency. That will be sure. Yesterday, to help you to achieve these three topics, we decided to talk about environmental. So we talked about trashes, policies, or laws that each country has been providing for their citizens to help take care about the environmental issues. And people gave so many ideas. And here we asked people about cars, about pollutions, about some ideas that will maybe help reduce the pollution provided by cars, vehicles, talking about electrical cars, talking about reduce the numbers of vehicles on the roads and things like that. And we talked about some changes that happened since you were a child from now. So we asked a lot of questions about that, and they gave me so many answers. And of course, today we're gonna talk about, let me start here, future. For today's talk, I brought you some questions related to the future. And what do you think it will be? And what do you think will happen at the future? So I'd like to start with you. Madalena, it's your turn. First question is, does humanity have a future beyond the Earth? What do you think about that? We always watch news, we always read books and read some newspapers saying that, for instance, Elon Musk is trying to colonization Mars, for instance. He would like to send some people to live in Mars. And do you think that it's achievable? Do you think that it's reasonable, which means do you think that it's true, it's possible? What do you think about life beyond the Earth?
Okay, so I think that I don't have actually information about life beyond Earth, but I know that some people are testing to life in Mars, like you told. So, in my opinion, I don't know exactly it would be possible, but Mars is planet near to Sun, so I'm not sure about climate in there, and I completely not can imagine life without water. It is very important, so that can be possible, but I definitely would prefer to live in Earth. That's all.
I'm so sorry. I have a lot of screens open here at my laptop, so that's why I changed it a little bit to see some information here. And that's why we had some delay. But I agree with you just said. It's quite difficult to learn or to know a little bit deeply things about this topic, because people who are working on it, they keep all things that they are doing on secrets, and secrets by 7 keys, because they don't would like to allow other ones know exactly what is happening with the technology. Because, for instance, SpaceX is a company created by Elon Musk. So he is trying to send equipments to Mars. He's trying to colonize Mars, and he always says that Mars, it will be possible. Of course, it's a question of time. He said that it's just a question of time because he's trying. He's developed so many technical skills, issues, and things like that. And I use it a lot, to be honest, to talk about this topic. I will talk about many movies that I already watched. For instance, people traveling from other planets, people traveling from beyond the stars and things like that. And for instance, Star Wars, for instance, the Avengers, for instance, movies like this. A lot of movies have been trying draw some scenarios, some scenes that people making people believe that it's possible to travel for other countries, for other planets, and it's quite difficult. But I believe that Elon Musk is a quite smart person. He has so many resources. If he didn't achieve this goal, in my opinion, no one else will achieve this goal, because if he, which he is the smartest people all over the world, the richest people all over the world, he didn't, if he could not manage to achieve Mars, for instance, I'm sure that almost no one else will have the same idea, because he have been proved so many things for the humanity, because people does not believe in Elon Musk since he was just starting. For instance, Tesla was started by nothing. He just got an idea to make and to build electrical vehicles, and people laughed at him. People said to him that he was crazy at the time. And now, as you can see, Tesla is one of the biggest companies all over the world by building electrical vehicles. And that's why I have no rights to laugh at his idea that Mars is achievable. So I just like to wait a little bit more and see what the futures will bring us. I agree with you just said, sorry. And it's quite difficult, but make us think about the future. That's why I brought this question here. And how about you, Pat?
Alex,
Keep
I have a
going,
question.
Dandy. Keep going, then.
Can you exactly Can you exactly answer this question provided to you?
Sorry.
Can you provided exactly answer this question? Does humanity have a future beyond Earth? I have no idea. That's why I asked you.
Okay. I just answered my point of view here after Madalena gave her answer, and I just did my own answer as well. And the question is about the future, of course. And we have been seeing, I don't know if you noticed that we have been seeing the richest man out of the world, which is called Elon Musk, made a lot of rockets to send to Mars. And he told the media that it's possible and it's achievable. And that's why I'm asking this question here for you. Does you believe that the future of the Earth, the future of humanity will be beyond the Earth, which means we'll be able to live in other planets? What do you think about that?
I think it will be better for us, for our world, and I believe that people can do it. People can do it. Humanity always efforted beyond art. It's mean some people create some people always how can I say, some researchers always research our planets and beyond the art, and they always try to try to go. They always try to go this planet, and recently our, how can I say, galaxy recently some planet discovered our scientists, you know that. And it's mean, I think this question about it, planet, galaxy, or it's
Yeah,
mean out of the world.
yeah. People always wonder how it would be to live or to travel beyond the galaxies. That is
People,
one of the wish of humanity. You know.
yeah, people always try to connect other planet to our Earth.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
it exactly.
That's it,
And
exactly.
how about you, Ta? Tell us a little bit about your opinion. Do you believe that humanity have a future beyond the Earth?
In my opinion, I will not say people cannot do it. And I'm not sure if they can do or not. But that's it. Because as you mentioned, Elon Musk, he is the smartest person, richest. He have new idea. He can rocket
I'm
to
so sorry.
space
I'm so sorry,
to
Ta.
create something.
Let me interrupt you here. Let me stop you here a little bit. Just I'm so sorry about that, but I'd like to say that your audio, your connection is not so good. You are freezing sometimes. I cannot hear everything that you said. Maybe you should try say again just to have an idea, because we have some problem with the connection.
Maybe I stay so far from a phone. Do you hear me
Yes,
clearly now?
try again. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Aliens, I cannot say that should they cannot do, but 50% for me, because as you mentioned, Elon Musk, he richest people, smart people, world, and he creates so many things that we cannot expect, but it happened. And he got a new idea to create so many things. But I believe that the future will show us, and let's see. That's
Nice. Yeah, I agree with you just said. You just told him that you agree, and maybe he could surprise us at the future. Maybe he will surprise every person on on the earth, because he will made it. Maybe he will achieve his goal. I don't know. Let's see what the future can bring to us. And we have been see. I don't know if you notice, guys, but we have been seeing so many electronic devices, so many technological advances at our life every day. Honestly, now we are using the internet, and this internet is amazing. This internet is, I believe, one of the seven wonders of the world, because people who just create a way to connect people all over the world without leaving your house, for instance. So internet is one of the magic things, in my opinion, that can help us in so many ways. I use a lot. For instance, today, if I would like to talk with my friends from another part of the my country, I can notice that it'll be easy. I just pick up my cell phone, or I just use the laptop and make a video call with them, and we solve the problems together. And it's not necessary to travel. For instance, if I'd like to meet my friend from New York, for instance, it's not necessary to travel by plane, took my plane, or arrive at New York City, at the United States, to see him, to talk with him. I'm just making video call. I just made him contact by cell phone or things like that. There's a lot of devices which is provided by technology stuffs, and we are seeing so many technological stuffs, and I know that I believe that in 5 years, I believe in 5 years, 5 years from now, we're gonna see so many things that we thought today it was impossible. I believe so. We're gonna see so many things in the future. Stay at this topic. I'd like to ask you guys, Magdalena, when and where do you think we will find extraterrestrial life? Do you believe that it will be possible to find, if we manage to achieve Mars, for instance? Do you think we're gonna find some type of course, we will not the same like human beings as we are seeing here on the screen. Is not the same creators that we're gonna see that, but maybe some animals, some things like that. Do you believe that it will be possible to find an extraterrestrial life? Just use your imagination, just remember the movies that you watch, just thinking about this. Let's try.
Okay, so in my opinion about exists something life beyond on the earth is I have really mixed feelings about this. When I was young, I don't believe completely about this, if I can be honest. But sometimes when I thinking about this, I could imagine the galaxies. I mean, life beyond the Earth, and normal people, each person, couldn't imagine how biggest, how large it is. So sometimes I think that the galactic is really really big. So it could be impossible that the another life doesn't exist. So, but I'm not sure about this theory. It is just my thinking about this. Maybe.
Yeah, I think the same. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, so it could be possible, in my opinion, because the galactics is so big and we couldn't imagine how big it is. But I don't know that someone will know about this.
Yeah, maybe we can find Thanos, and maybe we can see Thanos living in another planet. I don't know why. I don't know exactly if you know exactly who is Thanos. Thanos, I'm just kidding, because Thanos is a character, personage, which is how can I say, an actor. Thanos is a character or a person which is appears on the movie called the Avengers. Have you ever heard about Thanos? It's the same name to you. I believe you already have heard about Thanos. I'm just kidding. Okay, so that was not funny. Let me jump for the next topic. So how about you, Tan? What do you think about this question? When and where do you think we will find extraterrestrial life?
It's really surprised me for this question. So when I was young, I have it, and I know it as I call it alien. If all these live in some place are like on a space, on planet. But when I grew up now, I feel like it's hell. It's impossible. No, it's possible. But we don't know where they live. Like they live in other planets, but we cannot find it. But I believe that it has.
Yes, maybe as Madalena said, as just Madalena said, the galaxy is so huge. It's almost I could not say, I could not never imagine saying things like there will be no life in other planets, for instance. I should be crazy saying that because I don't know. How can I say something that I have no idea? I cannot say anything about things which I have no evidence. So there are no evidence. There is no evidence that do not exist life beyond the Earth. But there are a lot of theories. I don't know if you heard about that. There are a lot of theories that we already made contact with extraterrestrial creatures here on the Earth. There are a lot of theories that they came to the Earth. They was killed by humans. They was captured by the United States, for instance, the United States or the Russian people. There are a lot of images. There are a lot of stories and movies which were made by that. And I believe that at least 10% of these short stories, these theories, it's true. I believe, and 10%, at least 10%, because how can they imagine things like this to make movies, to say that we got some extraterrestrial, they are came to this and things like that? Of course, they have so many ideas to create movies, to make movies, but at least 10% informations we already have. I believe that they already have 10% of informations about extraterrestrial life. And of course, they got scared. The government was scared about that and decided not to share with the rest of the human people. And that is my opinion, of course. And but there's no that will not make
But
difference in my life.
I think that nowadays scientists they try to find it. They try to find where they live on the planet, and I think as you said, we the first question about beyond the Earth, and there are so many things that we don't, and it it seems like it will appear in the future. Like
Yeah, exactly. So how about you, Tenver? Tell us a little bit about when and where do you think we will find extraterrestrial life? Tell us about your point of view. What Bangladesh people thinking about this?
Yeah, I think Bangladesh people about it. Alex, Bangladesh people, I think know about it, and they are always try to find out about a alien, and some our whole over the universe, and there are so many scientists, and they always try to find out about a alien and alien life plan. And every person, I think, over the world, every adult or every middle ages people know about it, and they think it has other planet, and the alien live a long term and other planet like galaxy or other thing. And I watched some video into a YouTube, and there are so many information about this. And recently some video published in newsfeed, that is people our over how can I say, Iraq or which country I don't know that, but recently a people published the internet some like kind of alien plane or airplane. They was it, and they capture into her mobile, their mobile, and they publish it. And everyone so fascinated when the video was it. Everyone so fascinated, and everyone believed that it has an other planet live, and they are their recommendation, other planet, and I think in future time I think our scientists or NASA or other biggest scientist group find out about the alien information, our all over the university scientists provided, uh, I think 20% provided, and we are know about the alien just 20%. Are others 80% we don't know. That's why some movies we watch it, and there are like kind of these alien poet, some directors, and it's English movies basically. That's it.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So it's quite interesting topic. If we decided to keep this
Yeah,
conversation, keep
you
this
know that
conversation.
about alien like it, Alex. About alien like it.
Sorry, I don't get it. What did you say?
You know that alien. You know that alien.
Yeah, I know exactly what you just said, but what is the
It
question?
is alien like alien. It is.
I don't like I like it's different. I don't like extraterrestrial life. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I believe that it's true. I believe that there is a piece of truth on these stories that people tell us. It's not, of course. I'm so more. I believe more when I have evidence. I'm more. How can I say? I'm more technical person. I believe just an evidence. If you show me some things about that, maybe which is reasonable, I will believe you. But just theories, just saying that things exist but never show anything, it will be not a thing which I will believe. I don't know. I believe more seeing things than hearing things. Now, the next question. Uh, Do you ever think about that? I already heard so many scientists explain the things that we needed to have life on the Earth, to make another planet the habitats. But I would like to ask you now, do you think, as we just talked about a whole galaxy, do you think that there will be another planet like the Earth, which means with the same resources that Earth provides to live? For instance, oxygen and water, and maybe climate, temperature, which means the right temperature. What do you think about this, Madalena? Tell us a little bit about what is your point of view. What Poland people think about this?
Okay, so in my opinion, the second Earth, like the same our Earth, it doesn't exist because our places, our Earth is specific. We have sun. We have good distance to sun, and another planet have other distance. So at twice Earth the same, in my opinion, it is impossible. But maybe other planets, but it could be the same like Earth because climate is different, situation, places in universe is different. So it would be another sun to exist, that the climate and that the Earth will be similar or the same like our Earth. So maybe when we would discover another sun, it will be possible. But another option, I don't see.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm not sure about that too. as we were talking about the twin Earth, which means the same, almost the same country, exactly identical one each other. But I do not believe in this condition, and I agree. You are right when you say you were right when you say that when you said that we should have another sun, for instance, another sun. We must have another sun to get climate conditions to live. If we had not other sun, maybe we will not see life beyond the Earth. So there are a lot of things which gave us a great idea that it's not possible current days, of course, current days, because as we already know, as the scientists share with the media, as the media share with us and things like that, we already explored so many parts of our galaxy, and unfortunately, nothing was found. Not was found. So they sent some machines. They sent some machines for as far as they could, almost to Mars. I don't know. Let me see, Mars, and maybe to I don't know, Saturn. Saturn is the planet. I don't know if in English is it right, but they send some machines, some cameras, with some machines with cameras to towards Saturn. And when that machine arrived there, of course, the pictures that it took them, it was amazing, it was beautiful, but there were not any sign from life since this expedition started, since the human beings started looking for life beyond the Earth. But that is the current situation, which can be changed. We can change it in the future. But the current situation is that it's almost impossible to have a twin Earth on our galaxy or other galaxies. I don't know. In my opinion, maybe it will be impossible. And how about you, Tai? Do you think it would be possible to find another place? Yeah, how can I say? We should say twin Earth, but another place like the Earth, another place seems to be or seems to have the same conditions like Earth.
For me, I never heard about twin Earth, and we will not discover the twin Earth. It's impossible because we have only one sun, one moon. We cannot share in the planet. We don't have. There are only one, but it's for me. I don't believe that in the future, even the scientists they try to, but it will not possible for me. That's it.
Oh, right, right. It's your opinion. I mean, I respect that. We have no two suns and two moons to share with other ones. So the sun and the moon is ours. So we must keep them around our Earth. That's it. I agree. And how about you, Tanner? Do you think that it's possible to find another Earth or another planet with the same condition, the same features, the same things that we need to live? It's possible. Is it possible?
Alex, I think it's not possible and it's so difficult for human being. And uh, I think all over the scientists in NASA, it's better than for the usual person or like me or like you. They are because they are always try to find out about the art like I art about planet. They always research other planet, but I think it's so difficult like same planet in our world, and it is so difficult, but in the future it's possible will be when they find out like our world, like our universe. It's not possible, I think, always, and because there are our all over the universe is 70% water, or 70% water, or 30% land, and it is so necessary for me. Water is so necessary for us, and but every scientist know that every scientist know that about the whole planet, our universe, and but they could not find out like our universe, like our earth, same to same other planet, and it's not so difficult, and it's never possible, do not possible, I think that.
Oh, I like the way that you answered, man. I like because you just
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it's not so it's not just difficult, it's impossible. You were very
Why?
clear with your answer. You just said that it's not so difficult, it's just impossible. That's your opinion. So I agree because I like the way that you just answered, because in my opinion you were so clear about your point of view, and that is very important to be clear
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. I
to
think
understand.
that in now or previous, scientists always research our all over the universe or galaxy. Every scientist know that every first scientist know that different planet, our whole universe, but do not there are no same to same art, like our art, same to same, no planet. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
Well,
I got it.
thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you,
Guys,
Alex.
let me say, beside all the research that were made until today, and the whole history that our humanity being, the human beings, sorry. So since they started to research, they start to make so many research about the future, about the living beyond the earth. Unfortunately, until right now, they didn't found any information that it proved to be possible. Unfortunately, until right now, it is not possible. But that doesn't matter. That was the main goal of this video call here, of this video meeting. The main goal, we all know that the main goal of our video is our meeting here was practice speaking. So I just brought this topic here, not because I'd like to truly understand what do you think about that, what is your official opinion, what Poland people think, what Cambodian people think. That's not the point here. That's not the point. We were just practicing our speaking skills. We were just talking about random things. So I told you yesterday. I told the guys, our English partner, which were there. Yesterday, I told them it's quite difficult to bring different topics each in each conversation. So I was wonder before we started our today's practice here. I was wonder what topic should I bring? What topic should I bring to our English speaking session today? And I thought I'd like to bring an interesting topic or a controversial topic. So I decided to talk about future, and I decided to talk about extraterrestrial life. And I thought, seeing what happened here, I thought it was awesome to talk about that because
Yeah, yeah.
our vocabulary about this topic, we hadn't vocabulary since we started this English video. Now I know that at least some things you're gonna remember, some things about we did it, about we studied today. And maybe in the future, maybe in a job interview, maybe you are made an interview for a tech company, and they certainly will ask you about the future, about the life, about techs, about space techs, and things like that, about rocket science, and things like that. So don't be shy to share your ideas with us. Okay, I'm here just to hear your
Do you
English. So now the last but not the least, I'd like to ask you, Madalena, do you think we will one day be able to predict the natural disasters, such as earthquakes, with warning times of days or hours? Which means today, when we have an earthquake, for instance, the technological stuff is just able to provide some minutes before start. But here, the question is, can we increase this time? Can we increase the warning time to hours or even days before the earthquake starts? Do you know?
So this question about the
Yeah.
life.
Predicted, yes, about make you predicted that using technology stuff, thinking about the future, thinking about the tech stuff, we maybe will have some technology that will help us to save lives. When we talk about earthquakes, which means the soil, the earth shake, and people unfortunately lost their lives, lost their house, lost their a lot of things happen, and that's so sad. What do you think about the technological advances on this area? Will be able to predict it with more antecedents?
Yeah, so my theory about this is sadly not optimistic. I think that it will be quite possible because the technology is definitely not good effect for environment, for our ear. So definitely now in Poland, government try to change the climate, the environment, and they also try to suggest it another type of car like Tesla, electric car. But also I noticed that people don't care about this too much. I try to care, but of course I couldn't stop everything my technology. I mean, I don't have a car, but when I in the future going to buy a car, I don't know that I choose Tesla. It's quite expensive for me at this moment. So people don't have too much possibilities also to care about environment, and we don't have a specific plan for this, in my opinion. How we can do this, that this script it will never be.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. As I told you, don't be worried about it. How can you answer that? Because first of all, it's not your area. It's not your area. You are studied by a nursing. You study to be a nurse to help people when they are not feeling good, when they are sick, when they are have some problems with their health. And that it be your area. Of course, unfortunately, when we have earthquakes, the hospitals get so crowded. Unfortunately, people get injured on these situations, and of course, there you'll be there to help them to solve this problem, and that's it. To be the everything that you can do, of course, to help people at this situation. Even myself, I have not action on if we have situations like this in Brazil. Everything that I should do to help these people is to provide my hands, to provide my assistance, personal assistance after happening. So, but the people who work with technology, people who are investing so many millions of dollars in researching to provide new ideas, to provide new tech stuffs to this, maybe they will have the opportunity to provide more security, to provide more time to these people who live this dangerous areas. So, but it's quite difficult. I know exactly. I got your answer, and as I told you, uh, this slides, these pictures, these questions is just to how can I say, to challenge our English, to challenge our English to make some answers, even if we don't know exactly what we should say, because it's quite easy when you, for instance, Magdalena, let me ask a quick question and let me see if you were able to answer this question now. Madalena, how long you have been studying English, and what do you think it would be the best way to improve your English, of course, at your point of view? Can you answer that for me?
I studied English around 1 year. I was start studying the last year in November, so around 1 year. And what is the best way to learn English? I don't know exactly. My method is, for example, try learn vocabulary, and I also try have still contact with English during my normal day. I, for example, listening podcasts when I'm making dinner, when I vacuum the carpet, when I traveling by bus doing university, for example. So I try to still have contact with English. I also try to watching series in English. And it is my methodology. Recently, I tried to start reading in English, but it is hard for me.
No, that's the step that you should have taken. And why I ask it? Why did I ask it for you? This question in the middle of this topic that we were talking about earthquakes, and now I decided to ask it around questions as, for instance, how can you learn English? How you have been studying English? Because you noticed how easy it was for you to answer that. It was easier than talk about earthquakes, for instance. If you were talk about earthquake, maybe you think about the words that we use more things like why? Because our brain was not familiar with that topic. Our brain was not familiar with that topic. But can you imagine if you just came here at our English speaking session and always talk about improving English? How did you learn? What it's be? Did you write? Did you read? And things like that. We were just talking about learning English, but that is not our point here. Our point is to challenge our brain to think in different topics. And yes, we did. We did. We talked about the future. We talked about the trash. We talked about the environment. Talking about the IELTS speak exam, our life, our childhood, our jobs. Maybe the next meeting, I'm gonna ask you questions about your jobs. I'm gonna put some questions about nursing. I put some questions about teacher. I put some questions about administration, countable things, and let me see if you know how to answer questions about your career. That's the point that I'd like to bring here. So our English speaking is exactly like that. Is challenging. Is make out of our comfort zone. Is put us out of our comfort zone. And I believe, I don't know what is your opinion about that, but I believe it have been working. I believe so. What things doesn't work to learn English? Which ways that will not work to learn English? Do you have an idea? What things or which things that you will be or will do that will not help you to improve your English? I just have one answer for this question. It will be doesn't practice. If you doesn't practice English, you never will improve your English. But if you do, if you practice, even with your mistakes, even the middle of your mistakes, you develop, you achieve your goals. And that is our difference between, that is the difference between us and the other
Yes.
ones which you are telling.
Yes, Alex,
Yes.
sorry to interrupt. I want to add more because for my experience that I'm learning English, practice is very useful and help us to, like, when we speak, when we have communicate with foreigner, when we try to speak English every single day, it helps us. That's why when I joined this English practice session, I feel like when I speak English, there's no more afraid. I can speak it out. That it's really confident. Like it's happy.
I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad. I'm glad. And that is the key. I'm wonder. I don't know if one day maybe I'm gonna have opportunities to make an interview in English to join an English meeting with my coworkers here. I don't know. We have this opportunity here, but it was not present to me yet. But I maybe when they discover that I'm able to speak, I'm able to understand. They will ask me to join in or things like that. But the best thing that if one day it happens, I will be ready to be there. And that is the key. I will be ready. Maybe Madalena, tell me a little bit about you, for instance, your point of view. You are working, you are studying to be a nurse. And let me understand when at your career English will be useful. When do you expect to use your English skills at your career? Let me know what you think about that.
I noticed, for example, that more and more people in Poland is foreign people. So more and more patient is foreign people. So sometimes those people don't speak in Polish. So it will be helpful for me to just communication, to just better help to caring. English is intercontinental language, and more people traveling to another country for Erasmus exchange student, for the job. So this is normal and natural that people also sometimes have that situation and they can be at hospital. So I have to help in something way, and English can be helpful for me to do it this.
Yeah, for sure. That's it. And another thing why I asked it was because maybe you are working or you are studying at Poland right now, but the next year you have no idea what the future can bring to you. Maybe you were asking to make a master degree at the United States of America, for instance. Maybe you are asked to join conference at the United States, at the Australia, at the don't know, at China, at the countries which will be transmitted, will be happen in English, because English, as you told, as you just said, is an international language. English can be used in each of your country, guys. For instance, Ta are studied to be maybe a teacher, maybe she will work it as she always wanted. But English can be helpful for her to join or to get more and more content that the normal people, the people who doesn't have the ability to speak English. So English is the key to have a better life. And I deeply believe that. And Tanver, for instance, Tanver is so younger. So Tanver is younger than me, for instance. And if he get an ability to speak English fluent, to get a better understanding English, the world is open to him. The world is open to him. And even the same for us. So guys, think of that and speaking about all the things and thinking about all the things that we have been learning together, I'm sure to say that we studied English today for more than an hour, and your English, I'm sure, is better than before we started. And I believe that we made a good improvement together. And I decided to finish this English meeting right now. But before that, I should say for each one of you, I'm so glad to have you here with me at this English group. And to me, it's a magic. It's like a magic. It's like one of the things that I ever wanted. It was to know people from all over the world. And my English skills is already bringing me this opportunity. And I'm so glad with that. Even though if I never work at an international company, I'm already satisfied with my my English studies, with my English community, with which is you. And but of course, if someday in the future that things happen and they ask me to work at international company to make job interviews in English or to travel all over the world, I'm sure that I'll be ready for that position. But until there, I'm keeping steady with you. I'm keep enjoying this enjoyable time, spend this enjoyable time with you guys. I love to be here, and I hope you as well like to be part of this English group. I know that we are not English teacher, as I always tell you guys. Maybe you are think that you are not improving nothing. You are not improving about your English, but that is not true. You are improving, and I don't know if you already notes about your videos. That's why I'm recording here. I'm recording for you. Just going back to the past and watch your videos, watch your improvements since you started here. And I have been noticing a lot improvement from you. And even by my side, I have been improving so many. I have been learning so many vocabularies. I have been taking more fluence at my English, and I'm so glad that. So that is why we are here together. We are gathering here to have a fun moment, but in English. Guys, that's all for today. I'd like to say that we made it. I'd like to say thank you so much, Ta, to be here with us. I know that is quite, now it's 8 p.m. at your country, I'm right?
It's 10 past 6.
10?
past 6.
Oh, okay. And Magdalena, what time is it? It's 3 p.m. Let me try. It's 2 p.m. It's 2 p.m. at Poland right now.
No, it's
Oh,
5
wow.
p.m.
5 p.m. Oh, okay, but and Denver, I know Denver. It's 8 p.m.
It's no, and now my country is 9 p.m.
9. Oh, just for 1 hour. I was
Yeah, that's 1 hour distance you call it.
So that's it. So without further ado, I'd like to finish this class here, but I'd like to ask you
Okay,
guys to stay. I'd like to ask you to stay here with me because I'm gonna finish this from the YouTube channel. So I will start recording here, but stop the recording. I'd like to say thank you so much for everyone who watching us here from the YouTube. And if you'd like to be here to be part of our English WhatsApp group or English speaking club, just send a message. Just tell us a little bit who you are, how is your English level, and we're gonna make contact with you. And without further ado, don't forget to subscribe at our English speaking club. So see you in the next English recording meeting. Bye, guys, and hope see you there.